Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Grammar with Sean. Today we will be starting a new series called The Story Elements or the Elements of Fiction, and this is episode 1, The Plot. So, the plot. What is a plot basically? Let's find out. The plot. The plot is how the author arranges events to unfold the introductory idea. It's the outcome of events in a story or a play. The plot is an arranged, logical series of events having a beginning, middle, and end. The short story generally has one plot, so it can be read in one sitting. There are 5 all-important corridors of the plot, and so here they are. For the first one, we have the exposition or the introduction. It's the beginning of the story where characters, background, and the setting is revealed. For number 2, we have the rising action. It's where the events in the story become complicated and the conflict is revealed. These are the events between the introduction and the climax itself. Here are some important pointers that are under rising action. The first point we have is conflict. This is essential to the plot. It's the opposition that ties incidents together and moves the plot. Not merely limited to arguments, it's the conflict can be of any struggle the main character faces. Within a short story, there may be one central struggle, or they may be minor obstacles within a dominant struggle. There are 2 of conflicts. We have the internal and the external. Now, the internal is a struggle within oneself. It's under the internal, we have the character versus self, which is a struggle with own soul, physical limitations or choices, etc. Under For external, we have the struggle with force outside oneself. It's the character versus character, which is the struggle against other people. The character versus nature, which is the struggles against animals, weather, the environment, etc. And the character versus society, which is the struggle against ideas, practices, or customs of others. Now, for number 3, we have the climax. It's the turning point of the story. Readers will wonder what will be next. Will the conflict be settled or not? Consider the climax as a triple marvel. Main characters receives new information, main character accepts this information, realizes it but does not necessarily agree with it, and the main character acts on the information or makes a choice that will determine whether or not the objective is met. For number 4, we have the falling action. It's where the resolution begins and events and complications start to fall into place. These are the events between the climax and the conclusion. Lastly, for number 5, we have the resolution or the conclusion, which is the final outcome of the events in the story. And so these are all the 5 all important corridors of plot. They help you identify what's a part of the plot and help you to write a plot in story elements. And so thank you guys for watching. Make sure you tune in on the next episode, episode 2 of Grammar with Sean, Story Elements or Elements of Fiction.